Welcome to Roxtalks, the podcast that helps network marketers grow their business on social media. My name is Roxanne Wilson, and we also have the wonderful
Taryn Soa, your social media sidekick.
I love it.
What do you think?
Let me see. What do people think? Oh, wait.
Woo! It's approved.
Well, forgive me. I found that I have these sounds. I'm going to be using them today. So if you really hate them, let me know. But otherwise, we're going to play with this. So today's topic is all about hashtags. Hashtags in or out for 2022.
Yeah, there's been so much debate about it.
There's been so much debate about the hashtags, and they're sitting here looking at us like, really, really, people, this is what you want to debate about right now? Yeah, it is. So we're going to break down we're going to answer it for you today. Hashtags in or out. We're going to let you know as a network marketer, should you be using hashtags? And we're going to talk a little bit more about, the art of doing it. If we're going to be using it, how to use them. We'll be right back. Okay, Taryn, you know what tomorrow is?
Makeover.
I got to say, I am really excited about this makeover event.
I am too. I was just going to say, how excited on a scale of 1 to 10 are you?
About a 25. I broke the scale, which I've been doing lately, which is why I'm working out. But no, seriously, so it's not a makeover like we're going to put on makeup. It's a makeover let's really get to the bones of what your Instagram is all about and who you're trying to attract. Who do you want to join you as a business partner? Who do you want to join you as a customer? And let's attract those people. Odds are, I'm going to guess, if you took a really quick look at your Instagram right now, it's not attracting who you want to be attracting. But that's okay, because we're going to get together for the next 3 days. It is free. Come join us. And I'm going to show you exactly how to make over your Instagram account so that people are attracted and they're like, wait, I want to come in. I want to know more about her. I want to know more about what she's offering.
And maybe they even push that little follow button.
You mean click on it?
Yeah, what did I say?
You said push. We don't use that word anymore.
Oh my gosh. It keeps that word keeps finding me everywhere. You guys, this is a behind the scenes. I can't stop using the word push, and it's just a very heavy word. And
yeah, I think we're going to have to talk about that at the end of this podcast. So we'll talk more about that because that's an important thing to discuss. I think that other people may be using those words. Maybe that's a whole episode.
Maybe it is.
That is the next episode. Little teaser. Anyway, the makeover starts tomorrow. I cannot wait to see you there. And in order to get registered for it, again, it's free. What do you have to lose by taking a look at your Instagram profile and asking yourself, whoa, what do I need to change and how can I change it? I'm going to tell you exactly how you can change it and what you need to change. It'll be that simple. Just simply go to, and the www is imperative today on this, okay, y'all? www.socialstoriesmembership.com/makeover. Or if you're listening to the podcast, just look in the notes. You'll see it right there.
We'll see you there.
All right. So today, hashtags in or out. How do you answer that question, Ms. Taryn?
I've been doing social media for about 3 years now for other people. And it's such a touchy topic, which I don't know why. Why are hashtags so heavy? But I'm going to say 2022, they're in.
Yes. I agree with that. They're totally in. And, last year there's this big debate, a few months ago, really, a big debate about all of a sudden they're saying you don't need hashtags, don't use hashtags anymore. And I just sat there, I'm like, okay, y'all don't use them. But meanwhile, I'm going to sit here and keep using hashtags because they freaking work. They work. And in the network marketing space, they work. And if you're sitting there going, yeah, I don't think they've worked for me before, Roxanne, I'm going to say they didn't work because you're not using them correctly. If I use a pan to, I don't know,
make soup.
Well, that could still work.
Well, you're not going to have very much soup.
You're not going to have you're right. I would say if I use a pan to open the window, it might not work. or to drive. Like I can't.
It would break it.
I can't drive a pan to the grocery store.
There we go.
I got to have a car for that. How's that? Okay.
There we go. We found one.
Got one. We got it. All right. So I can't, but what I can do, if I know the purpose of the pan, I can use that pan to the best of its ability. And I love that pan. And so I think sometimes rather than sitting here going, does it work? I tried it for one moment, it didn't work. Or I read some article or someone said, or my upline said, or some random person said, you don't need him anymore. Let's actually like figure out the purpose of it and then see how we can apply it for its actual tool. Okay.
So what is the purpose of hashtag?
Oh, good question. The purpose of hashtags is to find people. Well, really a hashtag is really, if you have an interest in something, you click on that hashtag, that interest. If I have an interest in The Bachelorette and I want to know more about The Bachelorette, I can go hashtag Bachelorette, go to that hashtag and it's going to show me everything anyone has said about The Bachelorette. Okay. For example, it's the same thing with, if you're doing CBD, we had the wonderful Beth Thompson on a couple of weeks ago, and she's all about CBD. So she can use CBD hashtags to find people who are interested in CBD, just like that. Now, I'm glad I said that actually, because she and I were talking in one of her coaching sessions, because one of the reasons I think that people have issues with how to use hashtags is they're not using them appropriately. For example, I see a lot of consultants, advocates, distributors in network marketing use a hashtag saying that they are a distributor. So it's like, I'm a distributor of like Modere social seller or social marketer, or a Rodan Fields consultant. And that's the hashtag. And then you're wondering, why haven't I found my people? Because honestly, most people you're looking for do not know about your company. They're not looking for a Rodan Fields consultant. And if they are, there's like a gajillion that are literally sitting there because all the Rodan Fields consultants are using RF consultant. We have to be smarter about these tags. You want to use them to go where your people are. I want to go where the people are. I want to see them dancing. You better know this one.
I know this one. Oh yes. That's where I'm going with my hair, is her vibes.
You got a little redder to go, but your hair looks very good.
I do have a lot redder to go.
A lot redder to go. If you want to go where the people go, you got to figure out who your person is and head there. But okay, I digress. That's just some philosophy around it. Let's go into some tips for hashtags. And I know you live in the social media space. Y'all, PS, and by the way, a little behind the curtains. Do you know who does my social media?
Social media sidekick over here.
And Taryn actually, she was doing my social media before she became the business manager or the integrator. So she's been in it to win it for, 2 years now.
2 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give us some tips on hashtags.
Okay. So I feel like the big thing that I've been seeing on social media are people like, not only are they debating hashtags in general, it's now getting to the point of how many do you use? Do you use 30? So 30 is the allotted amount that you can use in a post. Or do you use 7? Do you use 15? Like, what is the magic number? And Instagram has finally smashed this debate, and they said, use 30 if it's applicable. So say you're having a post on, so let's go with the Rodan and Fields, like you're doing something about skincare. And as you're trying to like build up your hashtag, we call them like collection. And we teach how to use hashtags within social stories. So I won't fully go into like what our strategy is, but so you're filling out your collection of 30. Say you can't find enough that falls in with that post. Don't use 30 just to use 30, because that's not going to get you anywhere. Like Instagram is very smart, and it's going to see like you're using hashtag I'm having a great day, but then your post is about how you're having a bad skin day, and it's probably not going to put you in the category of top posts. So 30, if you have enough, if it's applicable. Sometimes like I might only use 15, and that is okay. The whole point of using a hashtag is that it's geared towards what you're talking about in your post.
Brilliant. That was so good. I love that.
Thank you.
Like y'all have to just deal with me. This is giving me my vibes like back when I was doing morning radio, because I'm like, okay, you just go in there like, and then we had these laugh tracks. Anyway, carry on. So use 30 if it's applicable. If you don't have 30 use, don't use 30. Make sure what you're using matters. Makes sense. Makes total sense. Does it create some extra work? Yeah, maybe, but actually no, because if you're not just trying to figure out what 30 are, you can, if you can have a set or collection, that makes sense for what you're posting. I like it. What else you got for
Exactly.
it? Oh, sorry.
Let's see what else. Okay, so where should you put your hashtags? So you got two options here. Do you put them in your actual caption, or do you put them in the comments?
Big debate on this. Like ever going, but debate. What's the answer?
The answer is caption.
Boom. So before it didn't matter. So it's changed now. Tell us why.
I don't fully know the why, but sometimes there's things I don't question. Now, again, here, I'm going to come at with when applicable, because I feel like I've always lived life in all or nothing, black or white. And it's not that. I got that's my husband's favorite song.
Is it really?
I literally we don't drink anymore, but when we drank, that was always the first song we were rocking out to, and whoo, good times.
Huh? O-Town. Okay.
O-Town.
O-Town.
The band.
I know, making the band. Okay, cool.
But so if you can put your hashtags in the caption, because you want to think of Instagram. It's not fully like a search engine yet, but there is aspects where the algorithm is reading what is in your post. So go ahead and put your hashtags there, unless your caption is really long. And then you can put them in the comments. So it's not going to ding you, but if you have the option, put it in your caption.
Good to know. Some people are like, I don't like how it looks. It's okay to show people use hashtags. It's really not a bad thing. I do like to put a little space. I say it like I post all the time. I do like to put a little space. I do post on social media. I just don't post on social media. Does that make sense? I do stories. I do reels.
Yes.
I
force her to show up. She, this is a tag team effort, and she's in the DMs. So if you're DMing us, it's Roxanne.
Absolutely. But the strategy and whatnot, that's Taryn. And so, okay. So I love that. So we're going to put our hashtags in the caption, which actually saves us time. Let's be real. It's all there. Boom, shakalaka. There it is. We're going to use 30 when applicable. What else you got for us?
So the last thing I think tip we talk about today is check your hashtags.
Preach.
So this is going to be a little bit more work, but again, in social stories, we talk about building your collections, and you're going to have collections you can go to. So you're going to put in some good work once, maybe once a quarter, then where you're updating them and looking at them. But you want to grab your hashtags you're using, click on it on Instagram, and see what it pulls up in that Explore tab, because I don't know about you, but what have you found over there sometimes?
Okay, you want to know? I've been doing live trainings in social stories and using one of the members, and I'm like, okay, what are your hashtags? And we put them in. I'm like, that is not with some I don't know, some Christian Grey stuff. That is not what we're looking for.
Woo! I mean, it does sound fun and entertaining, but probably not what you're trying to do in your business.
No, and not the people you're looking for to get your product. So you have to look, because you just don't know, because hashtags can be used. Listen, sometimes the words you're using are words people would use that mean a totally different thing. So I think you're right. It's good to look and go, okay, are these my people? Look at what comes up as the top post and the most recent. And is that the kind of vibe that I'm putting out there? And then click on it on some of those as well too, and see who's commenting. See if those are your people, because that's going to save you a lot of time, and you're going to be a little educated. You're like, wow, that was an education I did not need.
Yes. There's always fun facts on social media.
Oh my gosh. Yes. But I love that. I think it is so important to make sure that they actually are going towards what you want to go towards.
Mhm.
Smart tip. Can I add one?
I was going to add one. So do
Oh,
we have
add
two
'em.
bonuses?
Yes, let's do 2 bonuses. You do the first
Okay.
bonus.
Okay. Well, my bonus kind of goes off of that one. Like
Okay.
when you're looking at what pops up when you used like that one hashtag, it's a really good place to find other hashtags. So
Oh,
it kind of goes into that hashtag research. Like you're clicking, oh my gosh, these are my people. What other hashtags are people using over here? So it literally leads you down a wormhole. So to channel Megan Summerall, I feel like she comes up in every meeting. You're going to set a time limit when you're hanging out, checking out hashtags. Like set a timer, give yourself 30 minutes, and then walk away.
I love that. So good.
That was like a bonus within a bonus within
In
a
a
bonus.
bonus. I got one more for you. You want a bonus on top of a bonus Sunday? When you're doing hashtags, don't do hashtags for like a week and then say they're not working. That's not how this works. You need to use hashtags and really need to use the same hashtags. I mean, you're switching them up, but ask yourself, have I used this hashtag a good, I would say 30 days, AKA 30 times. So not really even 30 days, like 90 days.
90
After
days.
90 days, if it's not serving you, then you want to say, I'm chucking you. But other than that, you don't really know if it's working. You cannot just use it once or 1 week. Or I did it, put your hands up and go, it does not work. You have to really like lean into it. Along those lines too, bonus upon a bonus, cherry on top of another cherry is this. There are some hashtags that maybe are just so big that you might be getting lost in them. So just know that after 90, if it's not working, you may need to switch to something that's a little bit like more detailed. I always think like, if you feel like a hashtag's not working for you, be more specific. Get more specific because your people are in there somewhere.
Yeah, they're in there somewhere, and it's okay to test, and it's okay to, I think, set them for 90 days and see what happens.
Yeah, for sure.
And then come back. Like you don't have to sit and like constantly try to recreate the wheels with them, because it can get, like I said, you're on like a hamster wheel and then you're stuck and you're like, hashtags.
So I have a question that came to my mind when you're talking. So I was thinking about this, and you've mentioned several times about how in social stories we go deeper into hashtags. So I was thinking what would be really great is if next month, that is February, we have you, Taryn, and Guru Sidekick, do a hashtag training with the Social Stories members. What do you think?
Well, I feel like I can't say no in front of this live audience.
You gotta put the crickets on though to give you a moment to think.
Yes, I will. I would love to.
Okay, that's awesome. So that'll be like a nice little fun, awesome live training, because hashtags and things change, as we know, and algorithms change. And I love that you said like you don't always know the reason for something, because Instagram doesn't always want you to know the reason. In fact, Mark Zuckerberg would like you to not know the reason. He's that jealous lover. But when we find that something's working and something you need to know, for those of you who are in social stories, and even like those of you listen to the podcast, what we do with social media especially is we test things. We see if it works for us, then we test them and we see if they work like for some of our members, and then we disperse it out and like share with you. So we like take it seriously, make sure it applies to you. So I love that. And I cannot wait. And that's yay. Thank you for saying yes.
Yes, of course. So social stories members who are listening now, I'll see you in February. And for people who are not in social stories and they're like, oh, what is this? Come to the makeover.
Yeah.
And at the end, like it's no secret, we are going to open doors to social stories. So if it feels like a good fit, like we're so excited to welcome new members in, and then you can get the hashtag training too, like a double, like you get it in the program and you get it live. So snaps. Oh, I couldn't hear that one.
Do you hear it now?
There we go. It was like the end of the clap. It went.
Oh,
like,
sorry. I love it. Thank you. This is so good and gets us thinking about hashtags. And now we know 2022 is feeling hashtags. So dive into them, lean into them, and we can help you out. That's what we're here for. Those tips were so good. Great way to start off. So thank you for that, Taryn.
You're welcome.
Yeah, let's roll into behind the scenes. I thought I had something for that. Okay, that's a different one.
Whoa, we're not doing anything spooky back here, but
We're not, but
witchy vibes.
Right. What's going on in your world?
Currently right now above my head, my bathroom is getting painted.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes, it has been. We have been on like a little reno project train for the last, I feel like it started in September of last year. Just did some outside stuff. We did some inside stuff. We got all new floors, all new lighting, all new fixtures. Now the bathroom's kind of like, I don't know, maybe the last project, but we got a new vanity. And it's beautiful, but it like ripped apart the wall in certain areas. And I love my husband. I do, but he is a clean freak and throw things away. He's the exact opposite of a pack rat.
He's Scott.
He's Scott.
Oh my gosh, I did not know that. Oh,
yeah. So you understand my pain.
Totally get it.
Well, granted, my house is clean. Things are always disappearing. And so I have this beautiful paint color in the bathroom that I love. It's this really light, like calming blue. Well, he threw away the paint and he threw away, I kept the strip so I knew what one it was. That's gone. And me,
stop,
being the newbie that I am, didn't register the number like with my account when I purchased it. So I don't know what color it is.
They don't have the receipt or anything? Nothing? Nowhere?
I mean, I painted it 3 years ago. So.
Oh no. Can you chip off the paint and like take it to them?
So I tried that for another area on our house and they tried to match and it was way wrong. So lesson learned. I register all my paint colors now. And actually I'm taking this as my bathroom is getting a complete makeover. If I could completely redo it, what color would I paint?
Oh, I like
that. And I went with white.
You did. It's going to be nice and airy. Good
pictures
in there too, PS. And by the way,
I know I'm going to be looking great on my new social medias, and
that's social media for those of us who are a little bit more mature than her by age. Of course, she's very mature, but you've been hanging around with our brand person too long. So, you saying that makes me think, because you know what Scott did the other day, because he is the same way. I had packages that I got from Amazon and I grabbed them between meetings and I put them, they were by the door. I put them there. They were closed, 3 packages. I come back from doing whatever I was doing. Oh, I went to go to the gym, come back. I can't find them.
No.
And he was gone. He went for a walk. I'm like, where are they? Where could they be? I'm like, did that? Did that? He throw them away and we have a trash chute. Yes, he did. He threw. I'm like, he goes, well, I thought they were garbage. They're by the door. I'm like, they're unopened. He threw.
You think I just have taped boxes sitting by the door?
I can't with him. I can't. He's like, I'll go down to the trash chute room. I'm like, no, it's fine. I'm just going to order them again. And we're just going to, he's like, don't, I'm like, no, he is a neat. And then he comes back and I let it go. I was like, it's going to be okay. So it's fine. I was like, well, you shouldn't. I'm like, I'm not even doing this with you. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I have accepted my life with you. You neat freak. It's fine. That's good. It's fine. Yeah. Threw them away down the trash. I'm not going down a trash. That's gross. No. Yeah. Like, let it go.
Yeah, I agree on that one. And did Amazon at least reimburse them, or did you repurchase them?
I repurchased them. That would have been wrong, Taryn. I lost them. No, my guy threw them down the trash chute. That's on me. That's on me.
Yeah, I feel your pain so deeply, because especially this past summer, we went through the entire house and we're going through things, and every day I would have to sneak out. So we're in Michigan and you put your trash at the end of your street or your driveway. And so I would sneak out and go grab what Jeremy put down at the street and bring it back into the house. So it was so funny. My girlfriend came to pick me up one day. We were going out to eat and she's like, hey, I just want to let you know your carpet cleaner is down at the end of the road. And so I went and grabbed it, put it back in the house.
That's when I went off for Christmas, because I did Christmas with my family and Scott had to work, so he stayed here. I came back on Christmas. I didn't leave him, but I like went through my whole office because he just can't handle it. And he's like, oh, good, you're gone. I'm going to clean your office. That is not like, that is something you, and then he wants like me to clap for him. I'm like, no, you did that for you. Anyway,
Yeah.
I like hid all these things. I don't even know where half my stuff is anymore because I hid them.
Yep.
I didn't want them to be thrown away. Yeah. But my dad was like that too. My dad would just go and throw stuff away. I was like, what is wrong with you men? I don't know.
Ask me first. Like, can you just ask? And maybe I would agree.
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, I probably could get rid of that. Or I'm going to hide it somewhere where it doesn't bother you.
And then I'll never find it again. So there's that. But yes, exactly. What's going on with me right now? We're in the middle of, I don't even know. It's the 13th of January. That's what I know. We're almost halfway through January when we're recording this, which is exciting.
No.
We are going through our own makeover in general here at Roxtalks. So that's exciting. Photos are happening. So they're going to be, in fact, when this podcast comes out, it'll be like
the next week.
So exciting to see what that's going to look like. Trainer. I'm doing that twice a week still. I've decided I can drink when I want to. It's usually socially.
You can.
Yeah.
You can.
When I go out with the girlfriends, I have a drink. That's fine. Not really drinking. And I did drink on Monday night. I had a small glass of wine to celebrate because I had that big presentation.
Yes.
Right. So for like 300 or almost 400 network marketers. And so I was like, I was on a high. I'm like, you can have a little glass of wine to celebrate. Yes, you can.
You can drink whenever you want to drink.
I really can. I just want to lose the weight to be snatched for the photo shoot. So there's that.
Do you stop eating at a certain point, like time of day?
Oh, I'm a big Amanda Nybert lean fan. So yes, I'm all about the fasting, intermittent fasting. So I believe in that. It works. I'm pretty good at that.
It always blows my mind because I am a night eater. Like I love like a good snack at night. But when I stop doing that, which it's very hard, like I am just like anti-bloat. And I'm like, why don't I do this?
I don't even think it really matters as long as you give your body enough hours between the last time you ate and when you eat again. I bet you could still do your night snacking if you really wanted to. You just need to wait 16 or 18 hours before you eat again.
But then when I night snack, I wake up starving. Makes no sense. I don't know. I'm kind of pre-diabetic, so I should not be night snacking. So no more according to my doctor.
And then electrolyte water. Drink that.
I do need that in my life.
You did all day long. Drink that. That satiates your hunger. It's really good. Another Amanda Nybert lean tip. All right. So that's what I've got going on in general. Just a lot, but it's great. Yeah. And I'm really excited. And there's a gnat going around. So we got to go because I need to go take this gnat out.
Okay.
You guys, you were amazing. We love to hear from you. So don't hesitate to, if you're listening to this podcast or watching it, let us know, Instagram us at Roxtalks and tell us what you think about hashtags. We want to know. We want to continue this discussion. And I hope you do lean into them because they're not out in 2022. Thanks for listening to another episode of Roxtalks. You're not ahead. You're not behind. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. And we'll see you for another episode of Roxtalks next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.